In a quiet neighborhood, Miranda Hensley found herself at the center of a storm, clashing with her homeowners association over strict rules that stifled her individuality. The conflict ignited when Miranda, a passionate advocate for personal expression, decided to paint her front door a vibrant color, defying the HOA's bland regulations. This seemingly small act of rebellion quickly escalated, drawing the ire of the community and the attention of the narrator, who witnessed the unfolding drama. As tensions rose, the stakes became clear. It wasn't just about a door, it was about the very essence of community and the right to self-expression. The HOA's rigid enforcement of rules began to feel like tyranny, prompting Miranda to stand her ground and rally support from neighbors who shared her vision of a more inclusive community. This story serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of standing up against oppressive norms and the vital role that community plays in fostering individuality and freedom. In the tranquil suburb of Willow Creek, mornings unfolded like a painting, with sunlight filtering through the lush trees and casting gentle shadows on the manicured lawns. Birds chirped melodiously, and the scent of blooming flowers filled the air, creating an idyllic atmosphere that seemed untouched by conflict. Yet beneath this serene facade loomed Miranda Hensley, the formidable president of the Homeowners Association. With her sharp gaze and unwavering demeanor, she commanded respect and instilled a sense of fear among residents. Miranda was known for her strict enforcement of HOA rules, ensuring that every home adhered to the community's rigid standards. As the narrator observed her from a distance, a palpable tension hung in the air. The clash between Miranda's authoritarian approach and the desire for personal expression was undeniable. While the neighborhood thrived in its picturesque charm, the looming presence of Miranda served as a constant reminder of the delicate balance between order and individuality in Willow Creek. On a sun-drenched afternoon, a group of children in Willow Creek excitedly set up a lemonade stand, their innocent laughter echoing through the neighborhood. With bright smiles and handmade signs, they hoped to quench the thirst of passing neighbors while learning the joys of entrepreneurship. However, their cheerful endeavor quickly drew the attention of Miranda Hensley, who approached with an air of authority that sent a chill through the air. Without hesitation, she launched into a stern lecture about the HOA regulations prohibiting such activities, her voice sharp and unyielding. The children, once filled with joy, now stood wide-eyed and crestfallen, their dreams of summer fun crushed under the weight of Miranda's aggressive enforcement. The narrator, witnessing this confrontation, felt a surge of frustration. How could someone so intent on upholding rules overlook the simple joy and community spirit the children embodied? The emotional impact was palpable as innocence clashed with rigid authority, leaving a bitter taste in the air of Willow Creek. As days turned into weeks, Miranda Hensley's actions escalated from mere enforcement of rules to a relentless campaign of harassment against the narrator and the children. With an ever-watchful eye, she began to monitor their every move, lurking behind curtains and peering through blinds, her presence a constant reminder of her authority. The intimidation tactics grew bolder. She would confront the children on their way to school, reminding them of the HOA's regulations with a chilling smile. The community, once supportive of her leadership, began to voice their growing concern over Miranda's increasingly aggressive behavior. Whispers of discontent spread as neighbors questioned whether her strict adherence to rules justified her oppressive tactics. Amidst this turmoil, the narrator felt a fierce determination to protect the children and stand up against Miranda's tyranny. Fueled by a sense of justice, they rallied support from other residents, igniting a movement to reclaim the spirit of community and ensure that innocence would not be silenced. In response to Miranda Hensley's relentless bullying, the community of Willow Creek decided it was time to take a stand. Neighbors organized a meeting in the local park where they gathered under the shade of sprawling trees to share their experiences with Miranda's oppressive tactics. Voices filled with frustration and fear echoed through the air as residents recounted their encounters, revealing a pattern of intimidation that had silenced many. Fueled by a newfound sense of unity, they collectively decided to petition for a special election to remove Miranda from her position as HOA president. The decision marked a turning point, as neighbors who once felt isolated now stood together against a common adversary. The atmosphere was charged with determination as they crafted a plan to reclaim their community and restore a sense of belonging. With each story shared, the strength of their resolve grew, proving that together they could challenge the status quo and foster a neighborhood where kindness and support triumphed over fear. In the wake of the community's decision to challenge her authority, Miranda Hensley retaliated with a vengeance. She unleashed a barrage of violation notices and hefty fines against the narrator and several neighbors, targeting minor infractions that had previously gone unnoticed. Each notice felt like a personal attack designed to intimidate and silence those who dared to oppose her. However, rather than cower in fear, the community's resolve only strengthened. Neighbors rallied together, sharing their own violation notices and discussing strategies to combat Miranda's oppressive tactics. They organized meetings to support one another, determined to stand firm against her threats. The narrator, fueled by a sense of justice and a commitment to protect their community, took the lead in this fight. They began documenting every violation and fine, preparing to challenge Miranda's actions legally if necessary. With each passing day, the spirit of unity grew stronger, proving that even in the face of tyranny, the community would not back down, ready to reclaim their neighborhood from her grasp. The tension in Willow Creek reached a boiling point when police arrived in response to Miranda Hensley's false report, claiming that the children were engaging in illegal activities. As squad cars pulled up, the atmosphere thickened with anxiety. Neighbors gathered, unsure of what to expect. Miranda stood with an air of self-righteousness, her accusations hanging in the air like a dark cloud. She claimed the children were vandalizing property and disturbing the peace, an absurdity that left many residents incredulous. The children, wide-eyed and trembling, clung to one another, their innocence overshadowed by Miranda's unfounded allegations. However, as the officers began to assess the situation, they quickly recognized the truth. Witnesses stepped forward, recounting the children's lemonade stand and the joy it brought to the community. The police, seeing the stark contrast between Miranda's claims and the reality, shifted their focus. This moment marked a turning point as the community's unity shone through, and the officers assured the children that they were safe, dispelling Miranda's attempts to instill fear. The court case against Miranda Hensley culminated in a dramatic showdown, with the community holding its breath as the judge delivered the ruling. After carefully considering the evidence and testimonies from numerous residents, the judge found Miranda guilty of harassment and abuse of power. The penalties imposed were significant. She was ordered to pay fines and mandated to attend community service, aimed at restoring her connection with the very neighborhood she had sought to control. As the gavel struck, a wave of relief washed over the community. They had finally triumphed over Miranda's reign of terror. Cheers erupted in the courtroom, echoing the collective victory of those who had stood up against her oppressive tactics. This outcome underscored the vital importance of accountability for those in positions of power, reminding everyone that no one is above the law. The community emerged stronger and more united, ready to foster an environment of support and kindness, ensuring that such tyranny would never take root again. The story of Miranda Hensley serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of community solidarity in the face of adversity. From the initial confrontation over a simple lemonade stand to the dramatic court case that followed, the residents of Willow Creek demonstrated that standing together can overcome even the most oppressive forces. Their journey highlights the necessity of speaking out against bullying and injustice, encouraging viewers to reflect on their own lives and take action when faced with similar challenges. It's a call to arms for anyone who has felt silenced or intimidated, reminding us that we all have the power to affect change. As we conclude this inspiring tale, we invite you to subscribe, like, and share this video to spread the message of resilience and unity. Together, we can create a world where kindness prevails over tyranny and every voice is heard. Join us in celebrating the strength of community and the triumph of justice in our everyday lives.